Hi Pisces, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So for today's meditative session, I got Be Spirit, Sweet Results Await, number 7. I feel like this is the divine asking you to work together, like to work in a community, like to work. I feel like there's so many messages with this. It has a lot to do with ego. And I feel like that's the message to you, like the ego and the community. It's like a bee's ego, like they have to depend on one another, right? All the bees in the hive work together to get the honey for the hive, right? Like it's not just like one bee's doing all the work and the other one's not doing anything, right? Like they all are working together for a similar goal. And I feel like the way that they're able to do that, like let's just say that they had like human consciousness and like the way that they can do that is by working together. The way they can work together is because they don't believe like one is better than the other, right? And they don't like there's no ego involved in this, right? Like the only way to have the honey is to work together, and they like understand that and they do their job, right? So it's like I feel like there's something here to do with your ego and like the ability of like control, right? Maybe you have to like let go a little bit of control and work with others, or work with spirit, or work like whoever they're asking you to work with. It could just be working with yourself and dropping the ego. Like for all of you, it's going to be different, but there's some aspect of control that's not allowing you to like get to the honey, right? Like the only way to get to the honey as the bee is like to depend on another bee who depends on another bee. You know what I'm saying? There's some sort of dependence here, and that dependence is like to depend on someone else is to release control. Like you have to release some sort of control, right? And like be like, oh well, this other person, like I'm going to expect for them to do it, right? Like it's kind of a trust thing. And I feel like that might be this message, is like it has to do with trust. Like if you let your ego go, you have to like gain some sort of trust in this other person, or gain trust in the people you're working with, or even gain trust in yourself, right? And that's what this message is about. It's about working, however this relates to you, either with community, with one other person, or with yourself, but working to gain that trust so you can drop the control and like you can get to the honey, right? Because that's what this whole point is, like sweet results await. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I got for your meditative session. Let's pull some cards and see what we get. So Pisces, I feel like here with the 6 of Wands, this is you. There's something here about control. But what I want to say about the control is like, do you see how their hands are chained? Even though like they have the keys on their waist belt, like do you see that they have the keys but they're still chained and like they're bleeding in this picture? It's like there's something to do here with control. Like I think it's like painful at this point. I feel like this is you. At first I thought this was you, like trying to control the dark and light within you, but now I'm seeing it as like this is you. Like this person sitting here trying to control like these two people, or trying to control like the inside, right? And it's too much control. Like there needs to be some sort of like taking a breath, right? Like flow, right? Like something natural occurring. But here is just like straight control. Like I feel like everything here is kind of forced. And here I see the same thing. It's like someone is chained up literally, but they have the keys to their own, like they have the keys to free themselves, but they like kind of choose to be in this energy, right? And I feel like that's what it is. It's a choice, right? Like to live with this control, like it's a choice. It doesn't have to be. It's like a choice that you choose, right? And here I think the reason that all of this has come up, right, has to do with a past hurt. If you see here with the 4 of Cups, this person has a scar on their face and they're like looking in the mirror, and I feel like that's what you're seeing. Like this person can choose to see, wow, I've come so far, like I have the scar, but like I'm still beautiful, right? Like there's like a perspective, right, that you can choose to take. And like I feel like the only thing that you're seeing is like this big scar on your face. You're like, wow, like I can't believe I have this scar, right? And it's like you're fixating on like that's why I feel like a fixation like over this control. And like I feel like there's a current present situation that maybe you can't, like there's no control over, right? Like there's something like you can't control, or like it's beyond your grasp. Like you're like, this whole energy in the beginning is all about control. Everything's like very firm, everything's very like meticulous, everything's very like there's just a fixation here. There's like this like very powerful like dominant, that's when I say dominant energy, and I feel like that's your energy. You can put it vice versa as like someone who is in this seat and like that's the energy that they're in, right? And you're like just the innocent person, and it's like it's either or. It could be somebody in your energy. But I feel with this energy, it's like the reason that this person sits in this energy is because of like a past scar, something in the past, right? And this could be them like in the current situation of not knowing what to do, because I feel like there, this is like a card that comes, hold on, I want to clarify this card. So yeah, Pisces, whoever this person is, right? This is like, I think the two sides of themselves that they struggle with, or the two like, do you see how this person, it's like the Two of Pentacles, but they're juggling, right? I think that the juggle comes from these two energies. This is the same person. I have the King of Swords in reverse and then the King of Pentacles. So it's like someone who like appears to be extremely nurturing, appears to be like very stable, but then on the inside, they're like highly manipulative, right? Because I have the King of Swords in reverse, and the King of Swords in reverse is like, to me, a very manipulative energy. So it's like, again, there's something here about two, right? Like I have two swords here. I have two swords here. Then I have two pentacles here. And then I have the king and the two kings, right? And it's like, I have the sword here, and I have the King of Swords on the Swords cards and the King of Pentacles on the Pentacles card. So I think it's like this energy that you or someone else might, it's like someone's trying to create this facade of like stability, right? This facade of like being stable, right? Being grounded. But then like underneath them, there's this like aspect of them that creates this manipulation and this control, right? And it's kind of like, it's a little scary, I want to say, like, because it's such a big act. Like it's so, I don't want to say it's so fake. It's like this aspect of the ego that has literally turned, like it hasn't been healed, right? So it's something, and that's why here I have the healing card. Like there's an aspect of this person that hasn't healed, and it's like a very deep aspect within them, because of like to everyone, it's like they see this King of Pentacles, right? This extremely stable person, but like within, maybe this is someone you're dealing with, like you see them for like being like how they really act, like they're actually very manipulative, right? And this is just like a facade. This is how people see them. So it's like maybe you're the only one that kind of knows how this person acts. Like if this isn't you, this is the other person, and it's like maybe you understand that they need healing, because a Pisces would understand this, right? Like a Pisces would be like, I can deal with this, I want to help this person, or I'm like waiting for this person to like change, or like whatever it is, right? It's like, I do see though like two sides. Like with these two kings, it's like you can't be both, right? Like you can't be the King of Swords in reverse and the King of Pentacles upright, right? Like it's one or the other. But I feel like that's the two faces of this person. It's like, and it has something to do with the scar, right? And the only way that this can be fixed is through healing. And I feel like the way that you think that, if you give your love to this person, and like you're like, this is my love card, right? Like if you're the stable one, if you're the extremely, like if you're the stable one, then like this whole situation can fix itself. Like I feel like that's what you like want to achieve in this. It's like I feel like somebody thinks that with like them being like extremely emotionally available to this person, that this can be healed. But I'm getting with the body and mind card that this goes like deeper than that love that you give can go. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's this love here that I feel like you think that like if you were to give this love to this person and you were to be like, and maybe I'm talking to like the other person, like they think that they can be this mother, they can be this like extremely giving energy. You see I have like a lot of white. It's like if you can be in this extremely giving energy, if you can care for this person the right way, then they're gonna heal, right? Like I think that's the mentality here. But with the body and mind card, it's like I feel like it's gonna take something else. Like I think it's like more dependent on this person and less dependent on you. And I feel like maybe that's what like conflicts you. If they're the other person, it's like, well, I'm like this stable person. You see this person's like a rock. It's like I'm the rock, like I'm the stable person, I'm the emotionally available person, I'm like the giving person, and I can fix the situation. But in reality, it's like with the body mind card, it's like I feel like, again, I'm getting like swords energy, and that's the sword, right? The king of sword in reverse, the manipulation, the other aspect of this person. And it's like I think that there's something else it's gonna take for this person to kind of change. Another way that I think you could read this is like once this healing energy takes place, right, you become like opened up again. Like this, if this is for you, like who needs to go through this sort of healing because like you have too much control, like you feel like you need control in every situation, it's like the healing that takes place is going to really open you up to, you know, to why the behaviors, like why it happens in the first place. There's things that we do sometimes that I think sometimes is subconscious. Like I don't think like this is an energy of, like this person means to be in this energy, because that's what I'm seeing is like I think this person wants to be in this energy, or like they are like in this energy. So it's like this only comes out, I think, like as a shadow aspect, or like when they're triggered, right, emotionally, and it's from this like hurt, this like deep wound. And I think that's what like this healing needs to take place, because then this person can like open up, right? This person can be like more loving and like showing love in a way that's not about control. Like you can't love and control at the same time, right? When you love, they say like when you love someone, you set them free, right? So it's like, how can you, like you don't keep something in a cage if you love it, right? You like set it free because you want it to be free. And if it comes back around to you, then it's like meant to be, right? So I feel like that concept is completely lost in the past, because it's like, no, it's all about control. And here it's more about like, well, like I will step into this energy of giving because I feel like I have to give to receive, right? And I have to show, like I have to be open, right? And I have to be, like it's a whole new way of loving. That's what I want to say. It's like a totally new concept to whoever this person is that needs to heal. Because here again with like the body and mind card, it's like it's something, there's a shift that needs to go on like deep within, and it's like it's not only like to the body, it's to the mind. Like it's something very deep within this person. And if you are the energy that's like that this is taking place in, then this could be you that's like gonna step into mother energy after this takes place, right? I mean, it could be read in different ways, it's energy, but it's like it's one or the other, right? Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, I have the Queen of Earth, right? So I have a true pair here with the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. And I feel like here, this is the Queen of Pentacles is the one lighting the way, or the Earth energy is like the one lighting the way, right? For this person to come out new. Like, how do I explain this? Like the person that needs to do the deep healing, it could be the masculine energy, because I have, like on this side, I have, on the healing side, I have the masculine energy. So this could be the masculine energy and this could be the feminine energy. But I feel like the feminine energy, or whoever is like the Queen of Earth, is like the beacon, like the sage. Like, do you see how there's the light here? And like they're kind of leading the way for this like spiritual evolution for this person. And then this could be the other person that has to step into this energy, right? That has to step into like being able to like change the way that they show love, right? Like to take away this kind of King of Swords and reverse energy, this like manipulative energy, right? This control of the ego, right? And again, it's about working together, right? I think this is about working together, not only with spirit, but like with this other person. So it could be like with spirit, with this other person, and with yourself, right? Like just how I was saying how the bees have to work together to get to the honey. It's like there has to be work done with, like there has to be work done with others, and I think the other could be spirit, and I think the other, like this could be spirit leading the way, and this could be like the queen of earth, right? Like two people that are kind of leading the way for like the other energy to kind of not catch up, but to like being the role model, right? Or like giving the like downloads, right? Giving the intuitive hits, right? Maybe the queen of earth is someone who has like ascended and has like reached a like higher level of consciousness than the other energy. So it's like someone is definitely leading the way, right? It could just be spirit, but I see a true pair here, and I also see like someone here being the rock, right? So this could be like the feminine energy, or this could be the energy that the masculine steps into once they're able to kind of complete this healing energy. It's like be the rock that they want it to be, right? Because with the King of Pentacles, it's a stable energy, right? And I'm getting like rock. So it's like someone wants to be the rock, someone wants to be stable, but I feel like they just have this aspect of them that like it has to, like it's triggered and it needs to be healed, right? It's an aspect of the like the ego. So Pisces, I really like this reading. Let's pull some advice for you. You already have Bee Spirit, sweet results await with 7. I do want to see if any feminines come out, but we do have the Mother here and the Queen of Earth. So I feel like there already is a very like guiding feminine energy here, but let's just see if anything comes out. So you guys got Rabia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. I feel like you're getting this card for 2 reasons. The first reason is this card has a lot to do with the progression of your soul, and they want to like reiterate, like they want to talk about how Rabia was a slave who became free. And that's how they want like your soul to feel. They want like they want your soul progression to go. It's like your soul is chained and then it becomes free, right? Just like her soul was entrapped and it became free. They want to do the same thing. And I think it's like it goes exactly with the reading here, where this person is actually chained up, right? But they have the keys. They have the keys to release themselves, right? So I feel like that's one of the messages here. It's like you have the keys to like release yourself, right? To be free. And the way to do that, the way to kind of go like through this soul progression is like the one, like for, I feel like your answer here is through healing, right? And maybe we have to heal through loving ourselves, right? Like loving ourselves even though we have like the scar, right? Like learning to love ourselves deep within, even though we have like we have been faced with like a lot of trials, right? But we still have to learn to like keep the love for ourselves and keep the love for others, right? Like to remain open. And that's what I feel like I'm getting with Rabia, the queen of saintly woman. It's like, one, there's like a soul progression here, right? Like dropping the ego. With Bee Spirit, remember we were talking about ego and control. It's like the way to progress is like to drop these things, to heal, and to like be able to like to do love, like to love. Like I move the way love asks me to move. Like this is the way that you'll be once you come through this healing, right? And that's what Rabia wants this person to know, whoever is the one that has to go through this healing. The second thing that I feel like Rabia wants you to know with this card is like for the other person who I said, I feel like there's another person here who like feels like if they give their love, you know, like there's someone here I felt like who's kind of like the rock, like someone who like they felt like they could be self-sacrificing. They're like, well, if I love this person enough, they'll change, right? I think this is for that person that it's like you do know what true love is, like you do know what divine love is, because your soul, you know, your soul just wants to help, right? Like I feel like that's such a Pisces thing, like your soul wants to help someone else, and you like remain in a situation where it might be a little bit unhealthy for you. But I feel like even if you're meant to help guide this person away, like the way, like guide this person to like becoming, to healing, right? Like you want to guide this person to healing, you want to show them like the way, right? That's what I'm gonna say. Like you want to show them like by leading by example. And that to you is like giving them love, right? Like showing this person that they're like, you're their rock, like you're gonna be there throughout, like thick and thin. But I feel like the real answer to like how to show this person how to love is to love yourself first. So I feel like even though you think that by being the person that's like leading the way, by showing how much you love them and like the fact that you'll never leave and like, you know, like the ride or die, right? It's actually kind of counterintuitive, because to love yourself is to really show someone, like, it's to show someone true love, right? Like the love that you have for yourself, like that's where it has to start. And I feel like by you self-sacrificing to the other person and by giving your love away, kind of like, let's just say this person doesn't treat you right? And like you're kind of caught up in between what you should do, because like you do want to be the example to this person, but at the same time you want to like love yourself. And I feel like the answer is always to love yourself. I'm not saying like you can take this however you want to take it, but to me, like the answer is to love yourself first. So if like you're not being treated right, or like, I think the way to lead is by loving yourself first. And yeah, like whatever that entails to you. Yeah, Pisces. So it doesn't have to be a self-sacrificing thing where like you give up yourself, right, and completely to this person. I feel like for them to heal, they have to learn. And for them to learn, maybe it takes like losing you, and maybe it takes like, maybe it might take that, right? Like it's a tough lesson, but it's like you have to love yourself first, right? For that person here, the other person here. So yeah, Pisces, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you guys. I hope this reading helped. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.